Alright, so this is going to be a continuation of the skills and the crew skills that we were talking about beforehand. Um, Now, this is for all different vehicles. There's a certain way that you're going to want to be training skills. You don't want to pick skills that are skills rather than, or perks rather than skills, sorry. Don't want to mix those two up. So I'm just going to use this Chinese tank destroyer that they've given us for a rental to kind of try and explain and illustrate what I'm talking about. So, as we talked about before, there's certain skills that we want to get first. Now let's pretend like this is a heavy tank for a minute, or a medium or anything, and we want to get to Sixth Sense first. Well, as you can see here, enables the commander to identify whether the vehicle has been spotted, but it's a perk. So it only comes into effect after it reaches 100%. What that effectively means is if you pick this for the entirety of the time that you're training this perk, you will not have any bonuses to your crew. So you're essentially training 100% crew again. Now that's going to put you at a disadvantage. So I highly suggest doing the retrain system. So what that means is we're going to want to pick something that is a skill. So it could be repairs if you think you're going to get tracked a lot. It could be concealment if you're a medium tank or a tank destroyer. What I usually like to do is I like to run a vision perk right away because it is a skill, and I think vision is so important in this game, even on a heavy tank. So a lot of the time I'll run recon or situational awareness. Now, little known thing, situational awareness actually provides more view range than recon. So, in this case, this commander is also the radio operator. In those cases, I would suggest situational awareness before running recon. So let's go ahead and pick that, and we'll hit select. As you can see, it's at 0%, but the perk is already lit up because as soon as I put a percentage onto here, it's going to come into effect, and we're going to work with it like that. So we'll go through here, and again, I'm just using this crew for demonstrative purposes. We're going to pretend like this is a heavier or medium, not a tank destroyer, because non-turreted tank destroyers are a little bit of an anomaly. But, like I said, snapshot is a great one, and it's a skill. So we can start training that right away and instantly start reaping the benefits of that. So we're going to do that. And if I go to my driver, smooth ride, like I said, is effectively like another vertical stabilizer. Again, I know this is a non-turreted tank destroyer. Usually I would not put non-turreted tank destroyer with smooth ride, but we're going to pretend like this is a medium or heavy tank crew. It's just a crew I have laying around to work with. So we're going to do that. So smooth ride, and again, as you can see, it's a skill, comes into effect when the training starts. That is super important to note. So we'll pick that. And then down here, like I said, eventually we're going to want safe stowage, but as you can see, safe stowage is a perk. And again, I don't want to put myself in a disadvantage for no reason. So even the minuscule amount that repairs is going to help me, I'm going to put the repairs on, because as soon as it starts training, it's going to help me. So that's the basic idea of it, and then you're going to want to train these all the way up to 100%. And once they hit 100%, there's a couple options you have. Option number one is to spend gold. If you go to the personal file, you can reset for gold. Now if we go to the reset, I'll do this with another crew here. Let's see if I can find one. We'll just use this one arbitrarily. So if I go to the reset here, as you can see, actually I might have a tank destroyer with less crew skills on it here. Perfect, okay. This is a great example actually. So as you can see here, I had Brothers in Arms because this was a special crew that was given to us. So that was trained first, so it doesn't actually count as a perk. But basically what I'm looking at here is I'm waiting for this perk to get to 95%. And once it gets to 95%, I can drop it for something else. Non-turreted tank destroyer, so we don't really need that. But here's what I wanted to illustrate. So if we go to reset, and we pretend like this crew has just hit their first perk, and it's repairs or something like that. For 80%, you'll lose 20% of your training. You can use silver, which is what I highly... Sorry guys, there's a little bit of an audio glitch. So as I was saying, silver is what I would highly recommend doing. It saves your gold and everything like that. You lose a little bit of your perk, but it's worth it in the long run. You can still retrain without spending your gold currency. It might be worth it to roll your first perk over a little bit into the second perk, or the second into the third. to get that retrain to 100% because you don't want to retrain it back below 100%. Or you can use the gold as I've shown here, but like I said, silver is probably your best bet. Okay. So now I just want to illustrate here a couple of crews and a couple more options as we go through these. So for instance on this is a 3-skill crew. The Brothers in Arms, super important. 6th Sense, again, we don't want to train that first. While you're training the Brothers in Arms, you might want to do something like this, situational awareness. Again, vision is super important in this game, so having that might help you quite a bit. But again, just making sure that you're training skills rather than perks the entire way up. Once you've hit that second skill, you can go in here, and again, you do your retrain for 80, 90, or 100%. I suggest 90 personally with the silver. In-game currency, you can make it's nice and easy. You might train a little bit extra, but it's worth training the extra 20% to make your life a lot easier. So that's kind of the basic idea behind the drop skills method. If you do this, you're going to make your life all kinds of fun. Your tanks are going to perform a lot better. You're not going to be training crews past 100% with those skills. You're going to have immediate increases on your crews, and it allows you to play better. So thanks guys, I'll try and do some more videos for some other crew skills, and thanks for watching.